All right, good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be able to share about our passion, which is women and e-commerce. Actually, yesterday, I was looking at the Marriage Maker deck, yeah? I don't know if you guys know the Makers Internet Trends 2016. This is really something you should read. And there was one slide that really get my attention. It's how, basically trying to foresee how the landscape of e-commerce is going to evolve within the next years in our region. When we look at what happened in the US, what we see is still traditional retail are dominating e-commerce. And we see that the pure play comes only at the 5th position. This is Amazon. When we look at what happened in China, we see that actually e-commerce are the leading retailers. So when you look at Alibaba is obviously the first one and JD is the second one. Now, when we look at South Asia and this landscape, what you see is that retailers did not have time to scale, which leave much more room for e-commerce to actually grab this opportunity. So something very, very interesting here is probably when you will look at it in a couple of years and you look South Asia, top 7 retailers, you will see only e-commerce players. That's why we are so bullish about it. That's why we believe there is such an opportunity for us to grow. What it means there are so much opportunity for vertical play, for innovation, and for all type of e-commerce coming in the market. So that's something we are extremely excited. Now, when we look at it, is what will be the key driver? Of course, all of you know here that mobile penetration is a big one, infrastructure is a big one, payment is a big one. But actually, the key of the key of, I think, the drivers of e-commerce are actually women. So when you look at the data, what does it say? What does it say is women are driving around 75 to 80% of the purchase directly or indirectly. This is actually $2.4 trillion opportunity as a market in Asia, and this is very conservative. It's assuming it's only 30% of the purchase are driven by women. They outshop men by 20%. They spend 40% more time on site. Actually, when we analyze our customers, we see that actually women behave very differently than men. They are shopping very differently. They are much more into impulse buy. They like much more about commercial activities. They like very much about the promotion. And all this data actually is extremely interesting. I used to come actually, I did not introduce, but I spent 7 years in e-commerce in Europe, South Asia, and South Korea. And before that, I was building brands for a very famous wine and spirits company. And what you know is when you build a brand, you need to have a focus. And our focus is within this demographic. And that's why we believe that we can get much better than other players with this woman. Now that I say that women are driving e-commerce disruption, when we look, of course, 80% of our customers, since we provide all the products for them. The other one that I'm very proud, actually, there was a panel about women in tech, right? And that 80% of our employees are women. And actually, it's not because we favor them. It's just because they are better for what we are doing. It's not like we discriminate, we say, oh, we want this one. It's just they are much better at understanding our customers. In Thailand, 90% of our leadership team are women. There is only one guy within our director. I don't know how he gets there. Same for me, actually. So now it's a little bit like how we perceive the landscape. So this is a very, I think, unique way to see e-commerce in the region. Obviously, you have a lot of players which are doing what we call full range, and basically they are targeting everyone. Right? The game is to get as many SKUs as possible and basically drive as much traffic as possible. There's huge room and very, very high growth for these players. Then what we see is we will have some vertical players. It means guys which are coming and basically say, oh, I have beauty products and I focus only on beauty products. And there is also room for these guys. But when we see it, what we believe is basically there is a totally untapped market, which is basically full range for women. So providing all the products that they need in their life. Something also very unique about our company is that we are actually an M&A play. What that means there was 3 M&As during the history of the company. So here you see actually 4 brands. These 4 brands actually came to, at the end of the day now, we all branded against Orami. But What's New used to be a mom and baby vertical. Sanoga used to be a health and beauty vertical. Moxie was a woman lifestyle vertical. And Bilna was a mom and baby vertical. So the 3 at the bottom were focused on Thailand, and Bilna was focused in Indonesia. And so we were able to basically consolidate this asset and drive massive growth. That's something which is very unique in the region. When you look at like most investors think, oh, is it consolidation happening? Who is going to consolidate? We developed this expertise, and we are the only ones that advance into consolidation. So today the company is in 2 countries, Thailand and Indonesia, and is rocking the numbers. So right now, coming to what are we building? What are we building is the #1 online shopping destination for women. I think I spoke already. What you see is like massive opportunity commerce, very large room when we speak about women customers, and no one really tapping and focusing into it. So how we plan to do it? There are ready for us 5 big focus, and that's what we are going to scale now. The first one is women, products, and commerce. Of course, when we speak about it, what does it mean? It means we want to offer the range of products that they desire. So it's about merchandise and marketing. The second one is social. So I think when we look really at e-commerce, usually what you will see is like very little engaging, right? You go on eBay, or I mean, big company, right? But you go on eBay, even you go on Amazon, it's not that engaging. We believe that women are looking for more than just shopping products. They look for experience. They look for advice. They look for information. So we believe in content and social as a key driver for us of our business. The third one is mobile and technology. I'm not going to speak a lot about it because I'm sure you get the whole day of mobile, but definitely mobile is key, especially when you speak to women. The fourth one is something very unique about us, and I will speak a little bit more about this, is that we are a 1P model. What does it mean? It's we are one of the only e-commerce stocking 90% of our products. And I will explain why we do it. And the last one is obviously M&A on expansion. We are an M&A play, and obviously we grow through organic and through acquisition. So here are actually some data about our own website, right? I think what makes us so successful is because when we speak about women, many people think fashion. Actually, women purchase much more. That's what I was showing, within all the categories. And for us, our core categories is mom and baby. That's how we acquire our customers, and that's how we get the stickiness and the repeat. And then what we did is actually early this year, when we M&A both companies, we started to develop the new categories. So we started to offer health and beauty. We started to offer home products. And what we are seeing is actually the cross-selling works very, very well. So it gives us a lot of analytics about how do they behave, how do we cross-sell, and how do we drive these new categories. I think also one big part about us is we are strong believer in personalization. So if you have just one demographic and you focus on this one, you can basically personalize your whole experience based on these specific customers. So we actually are building our own algorithm in-house, our own bots, to be able to advise this demographic. The second one is social. So we have actually 2 very advanced functions to basically engage our customers. One is named Magazine. So what is Magazine? Is basically we create our content and we aggregate content over the web to be a destination to find all interesting articles for their needs. And I think it's very interesting when we see it, right? We see a lot of our traffic. So for example, in Indonesia, 15% of our traffic comes for this magazine because they want to know, oh, what should I buy for my baby? Oh, how is my horoscope today? Oh, what toys I should buy for my kids? And I think that's very interesting because we start to get all this community interacting on our site to basically recommend the right product. This is a very powerful tool. We believe a lot in this. The second one is named Collection. So Collection is basically how do we gamify the experience? How do we make it more interesting? You can come and basically you will upload the product of the picture of your baby, and then you will put some products around your baby needs, and you call it your baby needs. And then you can share it with your friends, and basically you can get them interact on this collection. This is a very powerful tool. Actually, what we saw last month is out of this collection, some were converting extremely well. So we were able to actually drive much more purchase organically through social, and that's something very exciting to us. The third one looks a little bit more boring, but that's mobile and technology. So there are a couple of things that we did, right? We just M&A in Q4 last year. So we had Thailand and Indonesia, 2 assets, right? And one of the big challenges is how do you leverage on these assets and basically maximize the efficiency of your organization? So what we started to do is push on cross-border. And for us, as we see it now, is 98% of our orders cross-border has shipped without any problems. So I think we already see when you speak about 5 or 6 years ago, doing it will be impossible. Today, actually, there are ways to do cross-border, and we believe it will be a big driver of growth in the future for many e-commerce players. Second one, obviously, is mobile first. I mean, we have roughly 60 to 70% of our traffic on mobile. Everything we design is first designed on mobile, so all our team is there. Just about tech, actually, our CTO is 10 years experience in Amazon, and we have 50 tech people in a house in Indonesia. And system integration, I mean, to make the long story short, is just a bit about like building one common platform for our whole region. So it means grouping all the SKUs, grouping all our suppliers, and being able to actually expand within the region at very low cost. Quickly about why did we choose about a 1P model. So when you look at the region, I think like probably, 80% or 90% of the e-commerce play will be marketplace. There's definitely room there, and we don't say it's the wrong model. But I think I'm a strong believer in history and probability. What you see everywhere in the world is basically start with C2C plays, then evolve to marketplace, and then evolve towards 1P. Obviously, all are a little bit hybrid, but some are more emphasized on quality. And why? Because first is driven by price, and second is driven by convenience. When you speak about women, and when we speak about buying mom and baby products, or I'm buying about impulse buy, what people want is being able to buy now and receive it today. So in Indonesia, for example, we are the only one to do same-day delivery. So you can buy in the morning, get it in the afternoon. It's very powerful when you speak about, again, buying diapers, or even buying bags that I like on this store. So I think we are a strong believer in the quality. Quality, it means quality of receiving the product, choosing the product, making sure that when we sell a product, it's the right quality, and the second one, quality in terms of delivery and owning the fulfillment. Right, that's basically what I'm going to drive for the next 2 years. I want to become the top-of-mind destination for women shopping. So everything we are driving, we want the first times that a woman wants to buy in the region, she thinks, I want to go on Orami. We want to develop in 4 countries. Today we are in 2. We'll be driving $500 million revenue run rate. We'll be profitable. Actually, we're not that far. And we'll be the best customer experience compared to peers because of our stocking model. And the last but not least, the highest level of engagement for customers. I think I speak about it. If you have any question, please come over see me. Thank you very much.